Hey there, my wedding planning friends, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I'm Emily Summer. I'm a wedding planner based in Montana, and I also am the owner of Velvet Bride, which is a bridal shop here in Missoula, Montana as well. And I make weekly videos on wedding planning tips and advice. Today's video, we're talking about the wedding dress side of things, and specifically hairstyles for your wedding dress, kind of do's and don'ts of wedding hair, and how to help you find what hairstyle might work best for the wedding dress that you choose. Before I dive into specifics of wedding dresses and necklines and how to choose your hairstyle, there's just a few kind of overall tips when it comes to hairstyles for your wedding and kind of some do's and don'ts. So while there are some specific necklines or dress styles that work best with certain hairstyles, there really isn't a super right and wrong way to do this. So if you're not somebody that ever wears your hair up and your wedding dress style is a style that you're supposed to wear your hair up, don't wear your hair up just because you think you're supposed to if that's not true to you, if you're not going to look and feel like yourself on your wedding day. So there are some guidelines here to help you choose your wedding hairstyle, but there are no means, rules or anything hard and fast that you need to follow for your wedding day. So that's tip number one. Don't do anything that doesn't feel right for you or make you feel like yourself or feel your best on your wedding day. This day is going to be very highly photographed. You're likely going to be looking back on these pictures for the rest of your life. You're going to have them up in your home. You're going to be sending them out to friends and family. So you want to make sure that you're loving how you look and that your whatever hairstyle you choose makes sense for you. I once had a friend that got married years ago, and this girl, I don't think I ever saw her hair up ever in like a ponytail and a bun or anything. She never wore her hair up and chose to have an updo for her wedding day because she felt like that was what she was supposed to do with her particular dress, or just having some kind of fancy updo. And looking back on her wedding day, I've heard her say multiple times, I don't know why I did that. I never wear my hair up. Why did I choose to wear my hair up on my wedding day? So just make sure that you're choosing something that makes sense for you and that you're going to feel good about years down the road. Additionally, don't try something new for your wedding day as far as like a haircut or a color. This is not the time for experimentation. Don't wildly change your hair close to your wedding day where you won't be able to change it back to something that feels like you. Make sure that you are comfortable in whatever hairstyle, hair color you are choosing for your wedding. And finally, make sure that you are having a hair trial prior to your wedding day. You might be seeing pictures and inspiration of a style that you think you want to wear, and maybe you have this idea in your mind of what it's going to look like, but you want to make sure you're actually seeing it on yourself and seeing it on your, paired with your face shape and just kind of yourself, making sure that you are liking the hairstyle and it isn't just an idea of a hairstyle, but that you're actually able to visualize that on your face, on your body before your wedding day. Okay, now let's get into choosing your hairstyle based on your wedding dress and your neckline. So again, these are kind of guidelines. There are a lot of factors that go into this in addition to just the neckline, as far as like the overall style of the dress, the fabric of the dress, the fit of the dress, as well as just your own personal style as well. So these are just some guidelines to help you choose, but there's no really right or wrong answer. So let's start first with strapless dresses. Now, strapless dresses are as classic and traditional as they come, and this also is probably the most versatile option as well. Now, when it comes to a strapless wedding dress, you can pretty much wear your hair up, down, half up, however you want, and it's going to fit, it's going to look nice. A lot of people that wear a strapless dress do choose to wear some kind of half up, half down, or updo, just because with the strapless dress you do have your shoulders bare, and that's kind of something that a lot of people want to highlight, is the shoulders and the collarbones, since you do have that all exposed. But again, every hairstyle looks pretty good with a strapless dress. Next is off the shoulder. So there's kind of two different routes when it comes to off the shoulder. So you either have the very like whimsical, ethereal, drapey off the shoulders, or you have that more sleek, modern, like you typically made of crepe fabric off the shoulder look. So with the more like whimsical, drapey shoulders, this is typically a more like feminine, romantic style. So we see a lot of kind of a half up, half down hairstyle, loose waves, waves, loose curls. You can kind of go either way with this because with the off the shoulder, it is kind of similar to a strapless neckline, so you can go either way. But it does kind of mimic the overall feel of the dress by having that very soft, romantic off the shoulder neckline and strap situation to have a more romantic and soft hairstyle as well. And on the other side, when we have the more sleek off the shoulder, kind of a little bit more modern and sophisticated look, it is typically paired with more of like a low bun or some kind of sleek updo. Again, the off the shoulder is similar to strapless dress, where it is exposing the shoulders, exposing the collarbone. So a lot of times we will see hairstyles that does kind of show that off as well and not hide the shoulders or collarbone. Now for high neck dresses, we pretty much always see more of an updo situation with a high neck. A lot of times a high neck is paired with a low open back, and so that's something that a lot of brides do want to keep exposed and keep open and not be hiding by hair, so that might be the driving force of an updo as opposed to the high neck aspect. The hairstyle is typically mimicking kind of the overall feel of the sophisticated, elegant look that a high neck wedding dress typically brings. So a lot of low buns or some kind of sleek updo pairs really nicely with a higher neck wedding dress. I've also seen a lot of great ponytail hairstyles with high necks, especially if it's like a halter high neck. A ponytail looks super good with this. I've also seen brides wear their hair down with a halter or high neck and like a more sleek down hairstyle, and that also looks really nice. So it really just kind of depends on, this is where your personal style and taste comes into play on making that decision. But I would say most often with a high neck wedding dress, we do see more updo of some kind. Next is a V-neck, which very similar to a strapless dress is very versatile. You can pretty much go any direction with a V-neck and it's going to look like it fits. So if there are some details on a dress that you are wanting to highlight and not hide by your hair, whether that is delicate straps or maybe some pretty back detail, if you have a V-neck and you're not wanting to kind of hide those elements, then doing some kind of updo is great here. But I've really seen any hairstyle with a V-neck and it pretty much always looks great. So if you're somebody that wants options, or if you have your hair a specific way all the time, V-neck or strapless is a great route to go. Finally, let's talk about square necks. These have become a lot more popular within the last couple of years. It's a very, again, sophisticated, more modern style for wedding dresses. So a lot of times the hairstyle is going to mimic this. For that reason, we do see a lot of updos with a square neck, more of a bun situation, or again, a ponytail. We have been seeing a lot more bridal ponytails lately, and this pairs really nicely with a square neckline, I think. But I also think a very sleek down hairstyle looks great with that square modern look as well. When it comes to choosing your wedding hairstyle based on your wedding dress, there are some guidelines that you can use to help make this decision a little bit easier for you. But ultimately, it's about finding the hairstyle that you feel the best in, that you feel you are going to look and feel great on your wedding day in. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to get weekly videos on wedding planning tips and advice, and we'll see you next week.